Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
You felt that was a deal breaker?
No, I did not feel that was a deal breaker. I seen that she was kind of nitpicky and petty.
Okay.
But once again,
It's her house.
It's her house.
Exactly.
I live here.
That you came to go stay because you didn't have nowhere else to go.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Did you slap him?
I did slap him.
Stop. In that scenario, who should pay for it? Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. You don't provoke people when they're dealing with issues involving their mental health. Now, as a parent, that's the takeaway.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Jalissa Ford claims her sorority sister was always complaining about her duplex and says she skipped out on 2 months of rent. Ms. Ford is suing Sasha Phillips in the amount of $2,400. Ms. Phillips is countersuing for $600.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Good Deputy Thomas. So, Ms. Ford, you're suing your sorority sister, Ms. Phillips, in the amount of $2,400. Ms. Phillips, you're countersuing. You want your security deposit back, $600, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, now I'm in a fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, and it would take a lot for me to have to sue a fraternity brother. You all have a bond.
We used to.
But things went awry. Talk to me, what happened?
Okay, so basically, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a duplex, and she was in need.
Did you live there as well?
Yes.
All right. So you have this duplex.
Yes.
And there's 2 properties, or is it 1 bedroom and 1 bedroom, and then another 1 bedroom and a 1 bedroom?
No, it's 2 bedrooms and 2 baths in 1 unit, and then downstairs it's a 1 bedroom where my mom lives.
All right. And what was the understanding in terms of the agreement?
So she was moving in on a 6-month lease.
6 months.
Yes.
Okay. What was the cost of the rent going to be?
$1,200.
Ms. Phillips, what made you decide that you wanted to live with Ms. Ford initially? Where were you living prior?
Prior, I was living in Texas. I recently divorced and I moved to LA to get a new job.
Okay. You come to LA, you need a place to stay.
Yes.
You find out, did you already know Ms. Ford?
I did. She's my sorority sister. We met through another mutual friend, which is also our soror.
Okay, another sorrow. And ultimately, you decided, okay, I think I can make this work.
Yes.
All right. You agreed to pay the $1,200,
Yes, I did.
and you signed a 6-month lease.
Yes, I did.
You move in.
Yes.
How long of a period of time goes by before you start having any issues?
So actually, the day before I moved in, I got a text message from Jalissa saying that the toilet wasn't working properly, but
The toilet in your bathroom?
The toilet in my bathroom wasn't working properly, but she said she would have a plumber come out and fix it.
Did you send that text?
I did, and
Okay.
I also got
What was
the
going on
plumber.
with the toilet?
It wasn't actually like flushing properly. Like it was flushing, but it was like taking a little while, like the water
Was there
pressure.
somebody else living there prior?
Yes.
Were they also having issues with the toilet?
No. But the building is a really old building.
Okay.
So I guess
the
it was just wear
person
and
moves
tear.
out, and before she moves
Very
in,
old.
there's an issue regarding the toilet.
Correct.
You told her, just give you a heads up, Sorrow.
Right.
This is an issue. I'm going to have it taken care of.
Yes.
Is that what she said?
Yes, she did. She said it would be taken care of.
All right. Did the toilet get fixed?
When I moved in,
It did. It got fixed.
How long did it take?
It only took 1 day. I told her
Okay.
2 days prior, and the plumber came the next day after I sent that text, and then she moved in after that.
Is that true?
the toilet wasn't working 100%.
What was, okay, all it needs to do is flush.
It flushed, but it runs, and sometimes it wouldn't even flush without constantly, jiggling the handle, trying to make it run. The
All right,
plumbing
did you tell Miss Ford this?
Initially, no. I didn't tell her when I was having to jiggle
Because
the
you all
handle.
are in the same space, so
Yeah,
it's not like...
Essentially.
And she did tell me it was having problems, and I was like, okay, well, it does flush, so
Okay, I'll make
I can work with it.
Okay. And after a while, what, it started getting on your nerves or what?
Well, the toilet was one issue, but when I first moved in, there was pet hair. It was dirty.
Your Honor, I don't
It
even
smelled
have a
of
pet.
pets.
I
It
don't even
smelled of
own a
pets.
pet.
The person that lived there prior to me apparently had a pet.
Did
a
the
dog.
person have a
It
pet?
smelled like dogs. There was dog hair all over.
Did the person have a pet who
Yes,
moved out?
they
Okay.
did, but they've moved out months prior from that,
All right.
before
Well,
she
it's
even
still
moved
possible
in.
for there to be pet hair, especially if she's saying I saw pet hair and there was a dog there.
But she never even made me aware of that when we did the walkthrough.
All right.
So you would think that if this is where you're going to be living, why did you make
But
me
you're
aware?
living pretty much in the same space.
But she has her separate room.
I understand that.
So-
Did you mention it when you did the walkthrough?
And the walkthrough, I didn't realize it was pet hair. It was very quickly. Like we
Okay.
looked, it matched the pictures that I saw.
All right. And once you get there, you tell her what? I need it to be vacuumed? What was the issue? Because pet hair is not a deal breaker.
No, it isn't. I did notice it once I started to move in and settle in. That's when I started to see the pet hair.
And what did
smell
you
it.
tell her about it? You can smell
I
it.
didn't really tell anything. I started to burn candles to kind of like clear the smell out, have the windows open. I wanted to unpack
Did
my
you have a
things.
problem with her burning candles and changing the
Well,
scent?
it
of the
wasn't
place?
about her changing the scent. It was more so I told her not to burn the candles for a long period of time because the previous person that lived there, they actually on accident fell asleep with candles and it ended up burning the curtains.
Coming up on America's Court.
Bottom line is I don't hear anything that's a deal breaker.
Not yet.
Disagreements about candles, disagreements about incense, pet hair, toilet. What was the deal breaker here?
The deal breaker was when she upped and left and didn't pay her rent for 2 months.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Jalissa Ford, who is suing Sasha Phillips for unpaid rent.
The issue for you was not the burning of the candles. It was let's not burn the place down.
Correct.
I got it.
Correct. Like, who has a problem with burning candles? But the problem was that
Did she ever have a situation where she fell asleep and the candles kept burning?
No, that's why I told her
You
not
were
to.
just saying,
Right.
FYI, just don't do it too long because I want to keep my place.
Correct.
Is that what you recall the conversation being?
She was like, you can't burn candles and let's sign an amendment to the lease saying that you can't burn candles.
Did you talk
She
about the
didn't
lease
say
in terms
because
of
I couldn't
it
go
being
to-
amended?
Yes, I didn't tell her why.
So she's telling the truth.
Right.
So it wasn't just about let's not burn the place down. You were like, I want to put this in writing. I want to document it.
Correct, but I didn't explain why. It was just in
Doesn't matter.
writing.
If that's what you want, that's what you want. And what did you want it to reflect in writing? That she could only do it between certain hours, that she can only do it so many days a week? What?
Just be careful with burning candles.
Okay, that's very vague. All right, so right now we're dealing with, there was a toilet problem initially, there was dog pet hair, and there was a scent that you wanted to burn candles, and she didn't want you to burn the candles to the same extent that maybe you would have wanted to. Did
Correct.
you end up putting all that in writing?
It was part of the lease agreement.
You added it to the lease agreement?
Correct.
All right, let me see that. All right, so far, I don't have anything that's a
Give me
deal
all
breaker.
Text messages, photos, whatever you got.
Okay.
Perfect.
So but the problems continue.
The problems continue. So
Are we in month 1, 2, or 3 now when the problems are continuing?
now we're in month 2. After we did the amendment to the lease,
Yes, ma'am.
saying I can't burn candles, I then
The amendment was she can't burn them, period.
yeah, she said I could not burn candles.
Stop. That's not what you
Girl.
said. Did you put that in the agreement that you cannot burn candles? All right, I see something to the effect of use caution when burning candles.
Exactly. I didn't say she couldn't burn them at all. I just said just
Yeah,
be
it doesn't say-
aware
it doesn't say
with
you
burning
can't.
the candles.
It says
And then
use
when I
caution
burned
when
the
you...
incense, it was a problem too.
But incense are super strong, and you know we have the same
Well, wait a minute.
vents.
There's no mention of incense in the agreement. There's a
Well,
mention
I
of...
verbally told her that.
Okay, well,
She
why
didn't
go
want me.
through the motion of having things written and then adding verbal conversations later?
Because the incense was afterwards. After the candles, then she started burning the incense. But that was just
Well, when she first started, you didn't have the agreement that mentioned the candles. So you took the time to add that and have
Correct.
her re-sign it. Why not do that with the incense?
Because she petty.
First of all,
Hold on a moment. No, she's being a smart businesswoman.
thank you.
If she does it, and she didn't.
Right,
She didn't
wasn't too
add about
smart.
so you're picking and choosing what you want to enforce and what you don't want to enforce.
Wasn't too smart.
And if there's nothing in here about incense and she burns it, but you took the time to amend to reflect candles, well, then she's in her rights as a tenant to burn incense. Why not just say incense and or candles?
Well, I didn't think that incense was going to be...
It became a problem, though,
Correct.
for you, right?
It was.
Okay. So you said verbally, and let's nix the incense as well while we're at it. That's what you were conveying to her.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I get it. Incense is not for everyone. I like it, but, it's her house. And so when you said, okay, now I can't burn my incense either, you felt that was a deal breaker?
No, I did not feel that was a deal breaker. I seen that she was kind of nitpicky and petty.
Okay.
But once again,
It's her house.
It's her house.
Exactly.
Her house,
I live
her
here.
rent.
That you came to go stay because you didn't have nowhere else to go.
And you obviously needed the money. You accepted rent from me
Child.
as a roommate.
Well, and you both of you throwing that here. I can't keep up. But
Listen.
the bottom line is I don't hear anything that's a deal breaker.
Not yet.
Disagreements about candles, disagreements about incense, pet hair, toilet. What was the deal breaker here?
The deal breaker was when she upped and left and didn't pay her rent for 2 months.
She
And-
was there months 1 through 4, and,
Yes.
and then left at the end of month 4?
Yes.
Is that
and
true?
just left.
Okay.
I did not complete 5 and 6.
Did you give her written notice of you leaving?
I emailed her. So basically what happened,
Do you have proof that you sent an email?
yes.
Let's take a look.
She emailed the day she left.
So
I
what
had to come
happened was, Your
home
Honor,
and see that her
Well, it's a
stuff was packed
6-month
up.
lease, so the only time it would be an issue with respect to
the
notice
email.
Okay.
would be
I'll take
perhaps
everything.
30 days,
Anything
month
you wanna
5. Okay, what are you doing at the end of month 6? Are you leaving? Are you staying? What's going on? She sends you an email. This is you addressing her, Jaleesa.
Yes, because
From the beginning of our agreement, my residency in your home has not been pleasant. It wasn't cleaned. We had the issue of the toilet. What was going on with the shower?
So basically the toilet at month 2 started to overflow.
So there are more problems with the toilet.
Yes.
Is that true?
Technically, yes.
That's a yes.
Coming up on America's Court.
She didn't ask for me to reduce the rate, but I thought me being the kindness of my heart might
How
do.
long did it take before the shower was resolved?
It was resolved by the time she moved out.
Of course.
Of course, after you're
After
gone.
I moved out, I mean, everything was fixed after I moved.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Jaleesa Ford, who is suing Sasha Phillips for unpaid rent.
Add to the toilet, now we've got a shower issue.
The shower pressure wasn't working. Whenever you would flush, if you flushed the toilet in my bathroom, the shower wouldn't work.
You are connected to the same bathroom. You weren't having these problems.
No.
Okay. Was there a problem with the shower in terms of the pressure when you would flush the toilet?
At times. It didn't
Okay, so
happen
that's a
all
yes.
the time. Yes.
All right.
However,
that would get on my nerves after a while.
okay, and that's exactly
Why do you think I said that to you?
Why would it get on your nerves?
Yeah.
Because
that
I mean,
it
everyone
would get on my nerves.
Because everyone just should be able to shower and use the toilet as many times as they need to.
That's facts. That part right there.
Correct.
I pay for X, Y, and Z services.
Correct.
I'm not getting X, Y, and Z services, so I'm annoyed, and I just got here.
But I also,
How long was the shower a problem?
when did the shower become a problem? About 2 months in.
Okay.
Okay.
And when she brought it to your attention,
And then that's when I said, okay, no problem, which the text messages state. And I said, I will contact the plumber. However, when I contacted the plumber on the first time of contacting him, he wasn't available.
okay, that checks the box, not my problem.
Correct. So what I did was offer her in the meantime until the plumber became available, for him to come out. I told her that she can use my private bathroom
That's not
and
what I
my
paid
private
for.
toilet.
But that's
as
not what
the
she's
east-
paying
not
for.
what I
She's
agreed
not paying
to.
to share a bathroom. She's paying to
Correct.
have her own.
However,
Did you
I'm not a
say, and I'll
plumber.
reduce the rate?
I'm not either.
She didn't ask for me to reduce the rate, but I thought me being the kindness of my heart might
How
do.
long did it take before the shower was resolved?
It was resolved by the time she moved out.
Of course.
Of course, after you're
After
gone.
I moved out, I mean, everything was fixed after I moved.
Coming up on America's Court.
Then every time I try to talk to her, as you can see, she has all of these excuses. She can do everything but actually get the problem solved.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Jalissa Ford, who is suing Sasha Phillips for unpaid rent.
What day was it before the shower was actually fixed? Was it day 5? Was it day 10? Was it day 20? In other words, how many days did it take from the time she told you there's a problem with the shower to the time they got fixed?
It actually got fixed, I would say, about a week later.
Okay.
So that's why I offered her.
So during the course of the week, she's paying for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, but she's not getting the full use and enjoyment of the bathroom because there's a problem with the toilet and a problem with the shower.
Correct.
Was there any other issue regarding the habitability of the 1-bedroom, 1-bath that made you go, I'm out?
The last straw for me, Your Honor, was when I was trying to plug up my space heater. We didn't have central heating. It's an old
You said it was
house.
old.
Right. It's an old house. You know, it gets very cold, chilly at night. Every time I would plug in my space heater, all the lights would go out.
That happened one time when she plugged in the space heater, and of course.
Well, how did the power come back on?
Well, I fixed it.
Okay.
It blew a fuse, and I ended up.
Was it only once?
No, it happened multiple times.
It was one time because I had to pay to fix it, and I paid.
Well, I thought you said you fixed it yourself.
Well, yes, I'm saying out of my own
The
pocket.
other time you had to pay out of pocket.
Correct.
Which meant it happened more than once.
It's something always going wrong. That house is raggedy. That's why I left, Your Honor. I'm not about to keep paying to stay in this raggedy
Okay, well then
duplex.
go.
It doesn't work half the time.
I got you.
Then every time I try to talk to her, as you can see, she has all of these excuses. She can do everything but actually get the problem solved. She have a lot of words but no actions.
Okay.
Okay, and guess what?
And bottom line, no, we're not doing all that, ladies. We're not doing all of that. Because this is something that can be resolved.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
You're saying she should still have to pay the full amount of the last 2 months because she didn't give you sufficient notice.
Correct.
Got it. You're saying, to heck with that, and give me my $600 deposit.
Yes,
I
I paid the rent
get
for the
it.
months I was there.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, you're both right and you're both wrong. We got a couple of issues going. First of all, a security deposit. Once a tenant moves out, you've got 21 days to say, here's what I'm keeping based on X, Y, and Z issues. Here's what you're getting refunded. Did you ever do that?
No.
Got it. At the same time, the $2,400 that wasn't paid, well, you pretty much put her in a situation where the place was not inhabitable for the purpose that she intended it to be. What's a reasonable amount of time for a person to continue to stay in a situation where the problem's not being fixed? I'm gonna give you $1,200 for 1 month's rent because that takes into account that the $600 that she should have been paid, that I'm awarding her, and then she will pay you an additional $600. Okay? So then that means you would ultimately get $1,200, which is the equivalent of 1 month's rent. All right? Judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $600. That is the order. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $600.
Thank you for my $1,200 that I knew you owed me.
$600 because you already had $600 of my dollars.
Okay, and guess what? You gonna pay me them $600 too.
You can get that.
Okay.
Hopefully you can use that to get your raggedy house fixed.
Follow America's Court on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a production of Allen Media Group.